Hey guys, and welcome to Friday, finally the end of the week, which is really exciting for me. I can't wait to get up and do my yoga at 7:30 in the morning and then go snorkeling all of Saturday, which is really exciting. I hope you all have planned to have some time off over the weekend to just be silent and let yourself process the week so you do a good job next week. Anyway, today I want to talk about whether you would rather be right or whether you would rather grow. So I guess this comes from a lot of self-experience in being stubborn. I spent most of my life committed to being right. And I know there's lots of people out there that are 150% committed to being right. It can take you down some hard roads, that commitment. Hey, Emily, how are you? So the reason I say that is when you're committed to being right, when the opportunity comes up with new information to grow, like new knowledge, or maybe, it's just a different perspective. If you're committed to being right, you're just going to throw that out of the window. You're not going to listen. You're not going to take it on board. And that's really detrimental for your growth because sometimes, we're not ready to receive, that piece of information or that new way of doing something. Or maybe it didn't exist yet, or, whatever it is, maybe we changed and then we're ready to take this on board. But if we're committed to being right and we're not open to new ideas and new ways of doing things and the possibility that maybe we didn't get it right, maybe we were wrong, maybe we have been doing it wrong. And, that word wrong makes us go, well, I'm not wrong. It's okay. It's not a bad thing that you were doing it wrong. What's really good is that you were doing something and now you've got this awesome new way of doing it that could make it even better. So if I talk a little bit about my experiences, I was really like 130, all of the percentages in the world, I was committed to being right. So all through growing up, anything I was told to do, I would do the opposite. I knew best, and that's what I was going to do. Anyone who knows me, if you go back through the history of my life, I have had some pretty crazy experiences, and most of that is probably due to my commitment to being right, rather than taking on board other people's advice, taking on board other bits of information, and even perhaps when you know that there's a better way to do it, but you just don't do it because you're like, nah, I started it this way, I'm going to do it this way, I'm going to prove to everyone that, this is the way that I set out to do it is the right way. And I guess, a little bit can come from that when you go out and take a risk, and you've got all these people around you saying, don't do it, no, it's wrong, but you really need to take this risk. Like, it's for your learning or whatever it is, like you know that you need to take this risk. So you do it. And then because you had all of these people, saying, no, it's wrong, it won't work, rah, rah, which, I tell you what, that's happened to me so many times. When I started my mum, hey mum, she's going to hate me for this. She only stopped sending me Seek applications like a year ago, right? I'm making all this money, I'm doing it, and she's like still sending me jobs, so some people just don't get it, and that's cool too. Until you get there, they don't get it, and that's an okay thing. Like what you do has to be true to you, not to everyone else. And sometimes they just won't understand until you're there, because it's weird and different and crazy, and it's a risk. And the people that care about us are trying to protect us, so they don't want us to take these crazy risks. They want to keep us safe, which is a lovely thing to do. But we do want to take these risks, and sometimes we're going to do things that isn't the best way, but it's a really good learning experience. So when we've done that, when we've taken that risk, and everyone's told us like, don't do this, it won't work, rah rah rah, and then we get that like pride and stubbornness to be like, well, I'm going to prove them wrong, and I'm going to prove me right, and then we stay doing the thing we know we shouldn't do anymore just to prove everyone wrong. It does. I mean, there's a good side to that, but once you know, like, hey, this isn't working anymore, like, it's time to make a change and just suck it up. Like, okay, so it didn't work. And there's nothing more empowering than when you're like, you know what, I went out and took this risk and I did this thing and everyone told me not to. And guess what? It didn't work. And I'm going to stand here proud and go, you know what, but I tried. So screw you all, I still tried, and now I'm going to try this other way. And I'm going to keep moving and keep changing and all these things. So sometimes when we don't get it right, we've got to let go of our ego and our pride and our stubbornness to make the change, to be really open to new ways of doing things, to a different idea. And I'm talking about this today because if I look back on myself a year and a half ago, just before I worked myself to the ground, being stubborn, trying to prove everyone wrong, and I was so stubborn and so like, I'm going to do this like my way, the way that I said I was going to do it. And I got sick and I was in hospital and I had to take 4 months out of the business, right? And everyone's like, yeah, I told you so, and you know what, good on them. They can go away and they can say all that shit. I just went inwards and I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna process this. Like, what happened? And I kind of came to the conclusion that I was really bad at accepting and asking for help. And I was really closed off to other ideas and other ways of doing things around me because I was so determined to be right. And so like 4 months I spent just doing nothing, being really quiet. And then coming out from that, I started taking on board the help. Half of the reason I'm a coach now is because I got all of these coaches. I was like, this is amazing. Like, all these, look how much these people help me. Like, I could do this now. But being open to it, to change into new things and possibly being wrong. And there's things that I have preached day in, day out, my entire life, that I've had to suck it up, drop the ego, let go of the pride and be like, all right, I didn't get that one. That wasn't quite right. This other way's better and I'm going to take that on board. And then, then you get good at that. And now, Sophia, who's here this morning, hi Sophia, if you ever watch this, I know that you will be, we were talking today about that, ability to change, and she was stomping on some of the stuff that I've been saying recently, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm open to it. Like, all right, so tell me the things that you don't find right with it. I want to know if there's a better way. I'm going to change. I'm going to change the way I say, do, believe, and preach all the things if there is a better way, because I'd rather grow than be right. Because would you rather all of your success? Would you rather all of the things you're working towards? Would you rather hit your goals, have the life you dream of, or would you rather just be right? Because I damn well know what I would rather, and being right is become irrelevant. So guys, have a look at the things in your life that you might be being a little bit stubborn with, that, maybe you need to acknowledge that you're not right, and it's freeing. You let it go. You're like, oh, I'm so glad that I've done that now. Now I can move on. Now I can stop being stuck in this place of shit not working because I've just acknowledged it. It's just a simple acknowledge. Okay, I'm not right. Great. Awesome. It's gone. Freedom. Complete freedom of holding on to that. And that fight with yourself of, well, I know it's not right, but I need to prove wrong. Like, it's tiring. It's exhausting. Be done with it. Find the things in your life that you need to acknowledge that it's time to let them go and move on. Accept the new things. It's a way better way to be. You will grow phenomenally, I promise. So guys, that is it for me today. I think I may have kept it kind of short and simple for once in my life. Maybe. Have an amazing weekend. Have some rest. Have some you time. Do all those amazing things. And I may see you from my snorkeling adventure tomorrow if I can manage to keep my phone charged during the day. Otherwise, I will see you all on Monday. All right, bye.